Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall intel. And today's video is just going to be a brief update on a great XP farm that is currently available until Tuesday's reset. Now, if you're a new player, this might actually be the first time that this has actually been in rotation for you to fully take advantage of. If you are a veteran player or have been watching my channel for a little while, you've probably seen something on this before, as I always tend to post about it when it does become available. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and I do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have that secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into the next giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. So this particular XP farm, though it is sort of a slow one, is actually great for weapons XP. So if you're looking to rank up some exotic weapons, I was going after my Osteostrega in that clip you saw before. It's also a great place to finish up triumphs, but it's great for just regular XP. So if you're trying to just get a little bit of extra artifact power, it's also a possible thing for that, though I would always bring a lot of bounties with you, but you can bounty farm in this particular XP farm. So all of those things kind of mesh together. It's just a good thing to know, though most people probably won't be taking advantage of this until you're well past the hard cap of 1800. You will be eventually, and because I don't believe there's going to be a major power bump next season, this is something that's probably going to come in handy later on in the season or in future seasons when you're just trying to, like I said, rank up a weapon or maybe just get a little bit of extra power, maybe do some bounty farming for that, maybe trying to finish out your seasonal pass. That's another thing that you could use this for. And essentially all it is just an endless kill farm. And believe it or not, there's not that many in the game. And I'm sure most people would probably reference the Shiro Chi checkpoint in the Last Wish raid. That's actually a terrific one. Lots of enemies you can just wipe out in a few waves. But the thing about that one is it costs raid banners. But on weeks when this isn't available, I would, of course, suggest doing that because it's almost as easy, if not as easy. You just need to, of course, input the wish. Plenty of places you can find online with all that information. But when this does become available, it's really just so easy, why not utilize it? And this is, of course, the In the Deep mission. Now, the In the Deep mission is a moon mission that is on a 3-week rotation. So every 3 weeks, I believe it comes around. And it's very simple. It's a very easy mission to do. You just go through it and complete it till the very last checkpoint, the very last stage, which would normally require you to run out of the stage and you get teleported and there's a whole line of dialogue from your ghost and all that kind of stuff. But if you simply just stay in the area and do a few little things, you can stay there and kill Thrall, which are very easy enemies to kill, infinitely. And you don't have to worry about any other enemies because none else spawn. The great thing about this, too, is you can actually set up an AFK farm in this particular spot if you have certain macros, or if you're just willing to do a little trickery with a controller if you're on a console, and just use a rubber band. Tie it around your controller and use a submachine gun or numerous other weapons. There's so many great subclasses now, and all the stacking makes it really easy. It used to be something that I would only suggest doing on a Titan because of Sol Invictus, which is another easy way to infinitely farm this AFK, but not really necessary anymore. Everything has Devour, so you could just use that if you wanted to, but the Strand subclass, Solar subclasses, everything has ways of healing you, and these enemies are so weak that if you're looking to AFK farm it, there's no shortage of methods to do that. I think most people will probably want to use this just to weapons farm, weapons XP farm. So I'm going to just show you where we go at the very end. There's a little trick, as I have shown this many times before, but people still do get confused. So I'll talk you through it a little bit in this run. Some people seem to have trouble actually getting all the enemies to spawn at the end. because there is a little bit of timing involved with when you actually queue the very last stage of this particular mission. And there's a part where I suggest you actually jump off a ledge just to reset the encounter, just for safekeeping and making sure that all the enemies spawn in. And then also just making sure that you're in the right spot. So all of those things we're going to cover as we get to them. But that's all the general information about why and would you use this and the best ways to actually do it. Now, this was available on Tuesday. I'm not covering it till now just because I plain forgot. I'm sorry about that. But definitely utilize it until next Tuesday, and remember that it is on a 3-week rotation. So I didn't think it was quite as essential to get to it on Tuesday this week, just because most people probably not going to be using this until the end of the season, but they'll want to know it heading into later seasons if you are new to the game. Most veteran players probably know everything they need to know at this point. But once you progress to the bridge, just simply go across, and that will be where we sort of will end up, is on this side of the bridge. Now you see this lectern in front of you. Obviously it gets shielded. You have to clear all the ads in this area. Once you clear all the ads in this little mini boss, which are very easy to do, the lectern will become available to scan. Now once you scan it, you will then trigger another phase of this encounter that will ask you to just run across the bridge again, and there'll be enemies coming at you every which way, and you're supposed to just leave the zone, or that's the intention. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to stay in the area and reset the encounter. So simply scan the lectern, wait for a certain load zone to actually trigger, because the encounter really doesn't skip to the next part until it actually goes completely dark in the area. You see how it's sort of lit up right now. It'll go completely dark. And then you'll want to reset it simply by jumping off the ledge. If you do that, all the enemies will start to spawn in immediately. Normally they will spawn in anyway, but if they're not, sometimes it's just because, the game is a little bit buggy and this is a very old mission. Now, the other thing about this is, though you can do this every 3 weeks, if you have never done this before at all, meaning you've never done this mission, you've never done any of the moon missions, you've never completed this before, you can actually save that lectern checkpoint that I'm going to show you in just 1 second. You can save it on a character, and so long as you never actually complete this mission, it'll be saved forever. So you'll have a checkpoint on an infinite XP farm until this mission is actually removed from the game. If you've done this before, you can only do this once every 3 weeks, and once you leave the mission, you will have to complete it again up until this lectern. So as you see, I just scanned it. I'm going to wait for the zone to just go dark. There we go. I'll see the new objective, jump in, and that's when I'm just going to jump off the ledge here, and it will reset it to right before I scan the lectern or immediately after. But that's just as sort of like a safeguard. If enemies aren't spawning in for some reason, just do that. I suggest just doing it anyway because you spawn right here. And I turn around and go to this little rock simply because there's a small ledge on the opposite side of this little rock that you can actually stand on, and it really sort of aggroes all the thrall directly to you and makes it very easy to just sort of line them up and shoot them. There's a few of those sniper guys. There's 4 of them that spawn in initially on the top, but once they're gone, they're gone. They won't come back. You don't really need to take them out, but they can be the only thing that might kill you if you're just sort of doing this very passively or not really paying attention. So they're so easy, just shoot them. And then you're free to just kill thrall to your heart's content. And like I said, that lectern, if you have never done that before, you will be able to save the checkpoint directly at that spot. So you'll just be able to come in here anytime you want on that character, whatever one you have the checkpoint saved, and farm XP. And remember, XP goes across all 3 characters. So if you're just trying to get artifact power or rank up an artifact on any character, it's beneficial for that. So I always try to suggest to everybody, it's really a big thing to play all 3 characters. It's so beneficial to your player experience in Destiny. So definitely, you know, if you're sort of maxing out one character, just go play on another for a while. It's such a refresh. But hopefully that's all the information you will need to fully utilize this XP farm. Thanks again so much for watching again today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel once again. And if you've made it till this portion of the video, please leave a hashtag XP farm or a hashtag Lightfall in the comments section down below, or a hashtag in the deep. I always forget to talk about in the deep enough when I talk about hashtags for this particular mission. So any of those things I'll suggest, or any of those things I suggested, will enter you into the next giveaway another time. For this video, once again, I am Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, as always. And of course, we will see you next time.